questions or concerns with that? Because sometimes our fractions can be a little tricky. And understand before too, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. When we talk about fractions, we're talking about the pieces that are in between the 0 and the 1. Okay? Between the 0 and the 1. That is what we're talking about. I was about to sing. I'll sing in just a second. For an extra challenge, let's add two fractions together. To do this, the denominator of each fraction must be the same or common. Common what? Denominator. 1/4 plus 1/4 equals what? Which reduces to what? All right. And the song goes like this. When you add or subtract fractions, when you add or subtract fractions, when you add or subtract, when you add or subtract, you find the least common would. You say denominator. All right? Sing with me this time. When you add or subtract fractions, yeehaw! When you add or subtract fractions, when you add or subtract, when you add or subtract, you find the least common would. Yes, the denominator. Now it says 1/4. And we'll do a quarter of, let's do purple. Plus another 1/4. And we'll do that red. So we're adding 2 quarters together. Once again, we're good. Our numbers down below or our denominators are the same. So what does that mean? We just bring it on over. And now our numerators are 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 gives us 2. 2/4. And we're going to go back to see half again. Why? Because I can simplify or I can reduce. This time, divide both the top number, which is my numerator, and my bottom number, which is my denominator, divide both by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Why? Because 2 times 2 equals 4. Hey, it's amazing. Skittles are teaching us some math, helping us review our math concepts tonight. All right. If fractions form, let's add yellow, red, and green. 15/20 equals what? All right. So now we want to add 3. So what we did before, we had 1/4 purple, check. 1/4 red, check. And now let's do 1/4 green. Okay, once again, when you add or subtract fractions, when you add or subtract fractions, when you add or subtract, when you add or subtract, you find the least common would denominator. Since all of your denominators, your numbers down below are 4, you just bring your 4 on over. And what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, which gives us 3/4. Which gives us 3/4. Okay? Questions or concerns? Questions or concerns with that? And of course, the song says when you add or subtract. When you add or subtract. When you add or subtract. So now I want to subtract the whole amount, which will be 4 over 4. Please remember this. When your top number and your bottom number, or when your numerator and your denominator is same, it's going to equal one whole. So right now, I'm talking about all the colors that are represented here, okay? And I want to subtract what we just saw, the 3/4. Once again, need to find the common denominators, which will be 4. So for subtraction, instead of adding, I will have 4 take away 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. That gives us 1/4. The book says, if you remove 3/4 of the pie, then there's only 1/4 of the pie left. How would you say the fraction that you see? We say 4/4 minus 3/4 is equal to 1/4. Reducing 20/20 to lowest terms is our goal. The answer 1 over 1, this represents a whole. So anytime, once again, you have your numerator and your denominator the same, they equals one whole. Now we can use the whole pie. Who knew fractions could be so delicious?